Highlighting is an age-old hand-me-down that might, on the surface, look like it's helping you with your learning. There are even special highlighting pens that show you a better way of highlighting. But what if highlighting and underlining does more harm than good? And what if some of the other study techniques that have been raved about for generations are also not as effective as you might think they are? Here are 4 things you're probably doing that are hurting your ability to learn faster and retain longer.
Number 1, underlining and highlighting.
Highlighting is so ingrained in our collective learning methods that there is a whole industry associated with it. New and innovative ways of highlighting and highlighters have made their way into our learning techniques and stationery. There are hundreds of videos showing you the right way to highlight, and even more showing you a brand new highlighter that does the job better.
But is it the right way to go?
Say you're studying physics. You underline important equations and highlight definitions with a bright highlighter, and while it may feel productive, it is often superficial. Sure, you may remember what you've highlighted, but a true understanding of the subject might just have made a quick escape out the window of your mind.
Number 2, rereading.
Let's take another subject, say biology. You're prepping for a biology exam by rereading your notes over and over. While this can help you remember facts temporarily, you won't necessarily truly grasp the concepts. Truly learning involves understanding processes and relationships, and rereading over and over might not get you there.
Number 3, cramming.
For example, take history. You have a big test tomorrow, so you cram by reading through your entire history book in one night. Cramming can provide some last-minute facts, but when it comes to understanding historical events and their significance, it's like trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle in the dark while you're handcuffed behind your back.
Number 4, single-minded repetition.
Finally, imagine you're struggling with a complex math formula. You can repeat it over and over, hoping it will stick. While practice is essential, if you're just mindlessly repeating without being able to understand why or how the formula works, it's like writing in the sand on the beach, here today and gone tomorrow.
So why are these habits not actually effective for long-term learning?
First, they often involve what's known as shallow processing. This means you're not truly engaging with the material, you're merely going through the motions.
Second, these habits might not promote active engagement. Learning should involve active thinking, asking questions, and making connections, not just passive reading or repetition.
Third, these habits may not include a crucial element called retrieval practice. Retrieval practice is like flexing a mental muscle. It helps you remember information better over longer periods of time by actively recalling what you've learned.
Fourth, cramming and single-minded repetition can lead to overload and burnout. Your brain needs time to process the information it takes in and make meaningful connections. So what can you do instead?
Well, there are more effective study techniques that promote long-term learning no matter the subject.
Techniques like spaced repetition work well in physics. When learning complex equations, spacing out your practice and reviewing them at intervals helps solidify your knowledge.
In biology, active recall can be powerful. Instead of simply rereading, test yourself on the processes and concepts. It's an excellent way to reinforce your understanding.
For history, try interleave practice. Mix up different historical events during your study sessions. This can help you see the bigger picture and make connections between different time periods.
In math, understanding the why behind formulas is crucial. Instead of just repeating, aim to understand the logic and application of mathematical concepts.
So, while underlining and highlighting, rereading, cramming, and single-minded repetition might seem like good study habits, they often prioritize short-term gains over long-term learning and understanding.
It's important to use study techniques that engage your brain actively, encourage deep thinking, and include retrieval practice. These methods are more likely to lead to lasting learning and success, no matter what subject you're studying.
So the next time you're studying or trying to learn something new, reconsider what you've already been doing, and consider instead these effective study techniques. Your brain will thank you for not burdening it with a barrage of information, and your knowledge will stick around for the long haul.
That's it for this video, and thank you for watching. Remember, learning is a journey. Be patient with yourself and use the right tools to make it an enjoyable and successful one. If you found this video helpful, do consider liking and subscribing for more tips on how to learn everything faster. Until the next time, happy learning!